Greetings, my name is Frank and this is my partner, Joe Stec. And the name of our project is Active Directory Infiltration, the hacker's key to the enterprise kingdom. Our purpose of the project was to teach you the basics of how AD works, relevant misconfigurations that attackers can leverage to compromise the network, popular tools that are used to enumerate AD, and explain some key attack methods based on our enumeration results. In order to demonstrate how these tools work, we first created a lab. The lab required one domain control server, a user computer which acted as a domain control administrator, and another user machine that acted as a normal user with minimal privileges. We explain more in our blog post about the misconfigurations that these machines had in order for these attacks to work. Our motivation to create this project is the importance that AD currently holds in the IT network management system. We first realized that many companies use AD to manage their users. It is also a service that exploits happen because of the complexity and mismanagement that can happen during production. I am going to hand this off to my partner Joe, in which he will go in depth of a popular enumeration method, Bloodhound.
Bloodhound is an open source tool which utilizes graph theory to identify, correlate, explore, and visually define the underlying relationships within an Active Directory infrastructure. Once an attacker has established a foothold on the network, Bloodhound's PowerShell ingester begins to collect data about trusts, users, and all other object relationships within the Active Directory environment. After the ingester does its magic, it creates a zip file with data collected in JSON format. Once the data is collected, it can be imported into Bloodhound for visualization and querying. In most instances, collecting this information does not require administrator privileges and does not require executing code on remote systems. This is why we are able to run the script on the VM with least privileges. The PowerShell ingester makes data collection fast and simple. After enumerating the Active Directory environment, we can move on to our next attack, which is token impersonation. Token impersonation is a technique we can use to impersonate another user logged onto a system. This is very useful in scenarios where we have local admin on a machine and want to impersonate another logged-in user, such as a domain administrator. We start Metasploit and use the psexec module, which we can populate with the information Bloodhound was able to collect during enumeration. Once that is set, we load the incognito option and then are able to list the delegation tokens that are created when signing into Windows. Let's say, for example, a domain control administrator is signed onto the computer that is compromised. Their session token would be exploitable. To impersonate the user, we can run the command impersonate token, and voila! My partner Frank will now go into the mitigation best practices.
Mitigating Active Directory attacks is a very broad topic. This is why there's hundreds of articles and very specialized tools available. There's also built-in features of Windows that we abuse for these attacks, such as the golden ticket attack. I think the reason why Active Directory security is such a hot topic, though, is because administrators don't think of security first when managing. Job postings for help desk requires you to have some Active Directory experience because a lot of the times they are the ones managing it. My experience working in help desk showed me just that. Last year when I was doing contracting job for a big bank, the local admin for these 400 plus laptops was the same local admin and the same password. And the password was the name of the company plus the current year. After reviewing popular attack vectors mitigations such as pass the hash, password, token impersonation, and Kerberoasting, one mitigation became apparent. Use strong passwords and avoid reusing passwords. A real-life example is that when companies with thousands of employees and expensive software that is used to mitigate these attacks, such as PAM, Privileged Access Management, are not secure if their policies are weak, which brings me to my next point. Strong policies need to be reviewed often. Have separate accounts if you're an admin. As an admin, only sign in to the administrator machine. Don't make service account DC admins also. To recap our presentation, we gave you a demo of how to enumerate with Bloodhound, how to gain control of a DC admin using token impersonation, and explain some mitigation strategies. You can find a link to the VM and a more in-depth description on our blog post. Thanks for listening, and we hope you have a great day.